Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tommy. I got requested to do a video on my settings that have worked for other players that I gave out to. Um, and I know there's been a couple issues with when you load into the game that all your settings have reset. So this video will be around for you guys to come back to whenever you do need it, if it does reset, okay? So this video also will be for mouse and keyboard and controller players, okay? So we'll start with the mouse. That is preference to you. Whatever you like, however you play, test it out, see what you think is best. Best way to test it out is if you're over aiming or under aiming. It's good at firing range and aim around with it. To mess with the aim down sight or just the general hip fire looking. Okay. Keybinds, preference to you, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really going to dive too deep into those two sections right there. It's all however you play. Movement. Now, this section right here, I do recommend you have tack sprint assist on. The reason why is when you move forward, you will tack sprint immediately. You will be fast right away, just to make it short and sweet. Now, the one thing that is a downside to this is the sprint to fires whenever you pull out your gun. Essentially, the animation is slow to pulling out your gun versus using just regular sprint or walking. Okay. So if you do use tack sprint assist, just know that, and the best way to get overcome that is to slide or dive. Okay. Um, anyways, next is you want 0 on the sprint assist delay. That'll make it immediate whenever you do run or walk, whatever it is, whatever you move, whatever your forward button is. um, Next, mantle and crouch assist. I tried them out. It kind of works, not all the time. I think it's for you to test out to see if you like it. I personally didn't like it myself, so I turned them off. Corner slicing, another preference thing. I don't like it because it aims the gun sideways when you peek around the corner. Could mess with your aim. I typically don't really peek slow around corners myself when I do play. I kind of, I'm moving fast, moving everywhere. So, anyways, that's it for that section right there. This again is for mouse and keyboard players as well as controller players. Okay, combat, that's all up to you. Whatever you want to do right there. It's all preference. Controller settings. Now, I recommend if you're a new player, do not use default. Try to get used to learning on tactical. The reason why is there's something called drop shotting. Uh, Whenever you press your crouch button, it you drop down. Now, when you see somebody, drop shotting is you see them, then you crouch or lay down immediately when you shoot. That way, it kind of messes up their aim or whatever. And when you're using a controller, you could take your you don't have to take your thumbstick or your thumb off the thumbstick. Okay. Sorry, I was struggling to get that out right there. But yeah, your thumb will be on the stick itself at all times. You can always aim while crouching and stuff. And then your melee, you don't use that as much, so it'll be on your B when you do need to take your thumb off it. Okay, it's a quick swipe, anyways. So, anyways, I do recommend playing on tactical. Now, if you're used to what you're used to, then keep it as is. But anyways, this I think could make you that much of a better player, though. Uh, Sensitivity is all up to you. I do recommend turning off controller vibration so it doesn't mess with your aim. This is important right here for controller players. Your left and right stick minimum need to be 0 because it will make it instantaneous when you move or look around versus a delay. Okay. Now, if it's too fast for you, put it on 5 then. It's still pretty quick if you do that. Left and right trigger, put those to 0. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. That will make it instantaneous when you do pull that trigger. Okay, so you can aim down sight and shoot very quick. Aiming, all up to you, all preference for this part. The only thing I would say is if in the aim advanced settings, the ADS sensitivity transitioning time, set it on gradual or keep it on gradual or after zoom. Sometimes I like to switch to instant if I'm doing like quick scoping or something. But anyways, gradual and after zoom are very good. This one is important to change, I would say, if you want it to be the snappiest and to make it look like you're fucking godly at aiming, put it on dynamic. Um, the other ones, they're pretty good too, but they're not as snappy as dynamic. Okay. Um, anyways, movement. We already went over that. The only thing I would say for controller players, change this to hybrid, the slide dive behavior, because it makes it where if you do tap, it'll slide. If you hold it, it'll dive. Okay, so tap to slide, hold to dive. Um, it makes it easy to know which one it is the more you play with it. Okay. Anyways, that's it for that. Graphic settings. Now this game, as of the recent updates, I noticed I've been having big frame drops. Um, I do recommend putting all your settings on low, no matter what kind of PC you have. Currently, I'm playing off my laptop, so uh, I got to put it on low settings. But either way, though, I would put it on low settings just because the frames, it's been at 100 and then drops down to 30 for me at times. It's weird. I don't know why. But the only thing I would say keep normal is the texture resolution where it doesn't look bad. Okay. Fidelity FX Cast for upscaling sharpening. I do recommend that. So it does look a lot more clear. It's the best looking, I think, upscaling and sharpening setting for the game. Excuse me. This will be for a controller or mouse and keyboard player. Okay. FOV. I have it on 110. You could do it to 120 if you want. The bigger the monitor, I think personally you should have it on a higher FOV. But 110 is a good sweet spot. I have a 32-inch monitor, so I do 110. ADS field of view will stay unaffected. This is important to change. This will not affect your performance other than how it looks on screen. So what this does is if you set it too wide, it will make your gun smaller, and so there will be visibly less recoil on the screen. It doesn't do actual recoil reduction, but it makes it less recoil when you're playing on the gun itself. Okay, motion blur, always turn that fucking shit off. Trash. First person camera movement, third person camera movement, at least 50%. Makes it less shaky, essentially, when you're running around stuff, so you can see stuff a lot better. Inverted flashbang, that's what I have on. It makes the screen black. That's a preference thing. I'm not going to go over that. You can either have the regular flash or black flash to hit you in the face, okay? Either way, you get a flash. Audio mix. This right here, I recommend keeping it at 100 when you play for the best, obviously sounds for footsteps and stuff like that. Gameplay music, if you don't turn it off, you're insane. That shit's annoying. Voice volume, you can keep it at 100 if you want. It doesn't really bother me, but a lot of people like to keep it at 20. So it's all a preference thing. Effects, you want it 100. Cinematic music volume. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't really get into, when I'm playing or anything. It's only for cinematic scenes. This right here, the new setting, enhance headphone mode. This kind of goes hand in hand with the pay where you pay for the sounds and stuff, but it does work for us. I do recommend turning it on. You'll notice a big difference on how shit sounds. Anyway, and you don't have to pay for this. This is going to be part of it right here. This is the part where here, if you do pay for it, it has settings and stuff for it. I think the sounds are great in this game, especially if you put it on audio mix Sucker Punch. This for me is the best setting for sounds. Basically, if anything's within range really close to you, it's a lot more dynamic. Actually, it says it right there, tightest dynamic range. Now, the next one, now this is for you to test out, but because everybody's headphone is different. Headphones work, headphone basement works, headphone bass cut works. Those are all very good too. This game just in general has really, really good footstep sounds, I think personally, at least with my headset, okay? But Sucker Punch is what I recommend myself. The other thing I would do is reduce tinnitus sound. Basically, it does that whining sound when you get hit with a concussion or flashbang. Reduces the sound of that. Next, I would say, this right here, global. If you do want to see what your game is doing, if you have lag or something, server latency will be what you want on. If it's over like really, really high, over like 100 or something like that, that means you're gonna kind of have lag issues, as well as packet loss. That'll tell you if you're lagging or not. FPS counter, that's a given. You do want that on. Color customization, this is the next important thing, I would say, especially once you get into Warzone. You want neutral right here. to be a different color that's from white. Anything but white, or even black. I have mine pink just because there's really nothing pink in the game, so it doesn't blend in with anything. Um, Color filter, you want to unfilter too, and then you want color filter target both, and then you want the world intensity to be 100. The reason why it makes it a lot more clear on everything on color. So you can see as I scroll through the images, you can see the clarity if you do have it on this setting. Okay, so highly recommend. It makes it easier to see players too. Okay, so anyways, um, that's it for the settings, guys. Hopefully that helps out. Again, this is a video for you guys to come back to if you need it, if it does reset your settings, because you know, game's not perfect. It has its issues. Anyways, thank you guys. Please like and subscribe to the video. It'll help me out. I do stream on Twitch every day, so please stop by anytime, guys. Thank you.